Hey, Suzanne here with caregiverhaven.com. Welcome to another dynamic Q&A. And before we begin, I just want to remind you that if you missed our course that opened, then go ahead and sign up for the waitlist below. And as soon as it opens again, you'll be the first to know, and you'll be sure to get a place in the course. But I got to tell you, it is a life-changing course. Nobody's written things like this before. They've written, oh, fix this problem, and this problem, but this is all about a journey. And this is about an explosive journey of joy and grace. And when we're working with our seniors, we love them, and we're trying to keep our own life intact. So it's about building a life of our own while caregiving. So go ahead and sign up below, and I'll talk to you more about and get you the information when I open the course again. Okay? The other thing I want to say is thank you all for sending in your questions. They are amazing, and I know that for every one of you that send in a question, 1,000 of you are asking the same question. Today, we've got some really great questions. The first one is from Anya, and she says that she is doing, okay, I'll just read it to you. I handled everything this week, meds, meals, paperwork, appointments, but I still feel like I didn't do enough because I forgot to call the neurologist, and now I'm stuck in the guilt spiral again. How do I stop feeling like I'm failing? Well, Anya, we've all been there. We've all forgotten things, and this is one of the heaviest weights caregivers carry, the myth of the good caregiver. I forgot my mom needed her jacket. She was cold, But perfection isn't the goal. Sustainability is. And that's why I created the Caregiver Mastery Tracker. It's in the course. And it helps you log 3 wins a week, even small ones, so you can see your own progress. This isn't about 3 wins a day. It can be 3 wins a week. Maybe a shower was taken, a meltdown was avoided, or maybe a call was made. That's success. You're not failing, you're showing up. That's what counts. And question number 2 is from Deidre. And she says, I keep hearing that journaling is good for mental health, but by the end of the day, I'm too exhausted to write anything. Well, we don't recommend that you have to write every day, and it helps if you just realize you write something, but it doesn't have to be deep reflection. I've just seen so many caregivers change their lives by journaling. So I recommend a 5-minute guilt-free practice with maybe daily prompts. And you don't have to write a novel here. You don't, like I said, and maybe not even every day. Write when you feel energized. And I talk about the energy levels that caregivers have to recognize in this journey. But let's talk about maybe one thing that you need. And what it does is it clears emotional clutter, it reduces your guilt, and it gives you a safe space to process what is often unspeakable. Unspeakable. Our biggest benefit, it gives us time out. It gives us me time. Once I get that item on paper, it's out of my heart. It's out of my mind. This is so empowering. I can write it down and let it go. It is no longer a part of me. That's what it's actually about. That is why journaling is so important. It's identifying your feelings and putting them down, and then all of a sudden we live with grace. We got that thing off of us today. For example, let's say you could say you had a great breakfast. Maybe you smiled once. Maybe you got a good night's sleep. There's 3 little successes there. Things that you felt good about today. Now you can write things that are aggravating you. You can put them down on that same sheet of paper and let them go. And you don't have to be nice in your journal. Write down what you're actually feeling, because those feelings are real. We just got to get them out of the heart, in the head, and onto that paper, and we release them. They will disappear for us when we do that. We've got to identify them so we don't keep thinking about them and holding on to them. Once we identify them on paper, they disappear. So try that. Try journaling, even if it's a piece of scrap paper you write on. It doesn't have to be a whole book. It doesn't have to be a fancy binder. So don't forget to join the waitlist if you haven't already done so, and keep sending in those questions. I love to hear from you, and take care. Have some great holidays with one another, and remember that writing in that journal, you might need to do that over the holidays, but get those feelings out on that paper and let go. We're here for you. Take care. Bye-bye.